Let me tell you guys a little story. Little story is brand new client lives in a small town, or so he thinks, and his friend knows a real estate agent, and so he provides the number to our friend and my client so that we can call and talk about leasing a laundromat. All of that being said, we call a couple of weeks in couple of weeks in a month, the guy doesn't return the call. So my client goes to his friend and nudges him and says, go talk to this realtor and see why he's not doing it. The realtor doesn't care. Happens all the time. We leave fuck tons of messages. I wish to God every call I made ended up with a conversation, even if it's get them to say the word no. But the reality is, if you've ever worked in CRM, if you've ever done cold calling, comment. Let me know about it, because I don't want to say it's not fun, but leaving repetitive messages is certainly not. And this is exactly what we're dealing with now. Right this moment, I'm dealing with it, so I apologize. Jumping into an appointment. If you're stressed at your job, I feel for you. I love what I do. I do it out of the passion and the love for it, honestly. If you have to go fill out TPS reports all day, every day, and it drives you mad, I feel terrible for you. If you're able to figure out how to take those TPS reports and minimize the stress they create on you, then God bless you. If you go home at the end of the night and your dogs are killing you because you've been on them all day from digging ditches, and you get a little too drunk every night and beat your dog and overkiss your wife, that's not relieving the stress. I've always been very good at not sweating the small things. I've always been very good naturally without any outside help. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't change it. I can't change my clients, and I won't change the way that I work. The preponderance of what we do here is leave voicemail messages, and I want that to be the point, really, if you believe it or not, of this video, because of what transpired today with a new client. And I'm not here to chastise my clients. I know you guys love it, because it's not you, even if you are a working client. Those of you that are not clients are students. When you're just in here listening, trying to learn how to do what it is that I do it with me for yourself, you're a student. But the moment that you spend a few dollars, you become a client. And that few dollars might be my silly course. I call it that to self-deprecate myself, because I don't want to pump that thing up. And then when you get it, you've invested not in me, but in yourself. It's not the money that it costs. It's very inexpensive. It's the time it's going to take you to ingest it. You know what I mean. You buy a book, you get on a plane that you've only read the dust cover and it looks good and there's a cool picture on the front. You don't know the author. It's dog shit. Well, it's not really about the $28 that you spent on the book. It's about the 8 hours you're going to take to read it. And if the first few pages aren't engrossing, out the window it goes, depending on the aircraft. I could tell you what transpired today, but instead, let's bring the client on board, because there's been texts upon texts upon texts going back and forth, and I guess accusations are made. If you bring me on board, I'm now your sword and your shield. If you bring me on board, I'm going to give you small pieces of advice when it comes to using the telephone and dealing with agents and landlords. And if you don't follow that advice, you're like a criminal who has an attorney but decides not to take the advice of said attorney. We've all seen CSI. We know how that ends. I'm not a lawyer. I don't play one on TV. Never have been. Now the client's sending me a text, so let's get him on the phone. This will all make sense. Subscribe.
Hello?
You know, I hate when I'm right, and it happens just so goddamn often that it hurts my own feelings.
What happened?
Okay. I got your text, obviously, that we know.
What now again?
I'm going. I'm going over this in my own head.
Uh-huh.
You texted me, I don't know, 2 hours ago. You got a call from Cameron. You didn't answer. You ran into your friend, and he said, Cameron, you asked him if Cameron's phone is okay, and Cameron called you saying that he had no messages from me, and he didn't know what was going on. And then you sent me his contact, which is the same number that's in the document, which is the same number we left 2 messages for. And like I said, the guy didn't call me back.
Right.
And I was asking you, well, what would you do? What would you say if 3 guys corner you and say, "Are you doing your job?" You're going to say, "Hell yeah, man! I've been on the jackhammer all day. That's what I do." You're not going to say, "Well, shit, I took a bologna sandwich and fell asleep." The evidence is the jackhammer work that hasn't been done. And in this case, this isn't a he said, she said. We're on the phone leaving these messages. And the fact that I tell you that these folks, dude, I get it. I really do. There's no offices for realtors anymore, not very many. It's not downtown LA where everybody's hustling and bustling and making billion-dollar deals. It's people using one wireless number that they're running their office out of.
Mm-hmm.
So we called him back together. I left him a message. I mentioned Nick, you, him, me, said I'm the one to talk to, right?
Mm-hmm.
I also, I'll admit, scolded you a little bit and said, come on, man, just don't do that. It's too convoluted, too confusing. There's too many chefs in the teepee.
Right.
I asked him to send me a text when he had time, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now let's get to his texts. At 2:43, he sent me a text. Got your message. We'll call you in 10 minutes, question mark. Well, you understand I'm always on the phone.
Yeah.
So I have to juggle stuff, and it's no big deal. If he would have called me, I would have likely answered and said, Cameron, oh man, this is great. Let me dump this call. Then I would have got you on the phone and called him back. If I wasn't on the phone, call you in 10 minutes, question mark. I wrote back, I'll dial you back. Thank you. I'll dial you back. Thank you. I didn't say in 10 minutes. Then 20 minutes later, are you available now, question mark.
Right.
Then I texted you. Do you see your text?
Yeah, sounds good.
I sent you the screen cap of his texts, right? And that was, I don't know, 1:45 your time. Then I texted you, are you good to call back Cameron?
Mm-hmm.
And then I sent you his other cap, which was jumping on an appointment. I'll text you when I'm out.
Right.
I don't blame him. He's probably smoking a cigar or smoking a woman. I don't know. I don't care.
Right.
But the point is,
Mm-hmm.
my brother, I've got dozens and dozens and dozens of clients every single day. I can't play this game with every realtor who doesn't return calls for weeks. And then when he's pigeonholed by you and your friend Nick, he says, oh my God, I better get on this, right? You understand
Yeah.
now what's going on?
Yeah. Yeah, I got you.
But don't blame me for this mess and this hodgepodge. And also, I want to ask you this. How much do you think a realtor makes for a commercial lease being done and sewn up?
Not much. Probably the finder's fee lease or something. Finder's fee, $200, maybe if that.
Very good guess. You're a barber?
I am.
Okay. I remember a lot of what my clients do, how they do it, how hard that is. I know you're on your feet all day, and you might not be able to jump on a text or a call right then. My normal inclination is to just say, we will get back to you, because it will always happen. And now we're sitting
Right.
here with this dangling participle.
Yeah.
And this
I
guy
got
who's
you.
saying, I'm ready. Oh, by the way, he called me as well. So he just decided that
Oh,
he was
okay.
going to call me, and that's fine. But when the realtor treats you as though you're not important by picking up the phone and calling, it's the same way I do with my clients. Like, hey, text me.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
calling someone, I'm usually on the phone. All right. All of this being understood, I'm not going to call him right now
Right.
because he said, I'm in a meeting. I'll let you know.
Got you.
If I say, let's talk
Okay.
tomorrow at 2 p.m., do you think it's going to happen? Fuck no. Because
Probably
in my
not.
experience, it's not going to happen because he's going to be getting Italian ice or icing some girl.
Right. Got you.
You're important to me. You're a brand new client who's just starting doing this. And when three people start pointing fingers at who's not doing what, I'm the only one on your side.
Yeah. No, I never said you're not doing your job, Danny. You know, I never once said that or thought that. So that's never been questioned for me. So don't think that I'm thinking that. Okay.
But the same number that you provided is in the Google document, and you're listening in oddly on the calls as I leave this
Yeah.
guy messages. All right, don't cut somebody's fucking ear off. Hey, you know the difference between a good haircut and a bad haircut?
No.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Yeah, you're right about that.
All right, bye.
Yep. That's true. Take care. Bye.
Thanks. I was hoping that we would get on the phone with this realtor. That's pretty telling, isn't it? Because moments ago, when I started this live video, we had a bit of an appointment, didn't we? I don't blame the guy. It's 2:30 in Los Angeles. He just decided that he wanted to go smoke a whatever cigar. I'm not going to pester someone at all. But I have you. I have you to talk to and to comment with. I'm reading a text from a consultation client because it might be prevalent. Gavin, you're not on this live right now, are you? I talked to this guy a year ago. and he just texted me. We spoke last fall. I have some questions about my market and working with you. Do you have any availability on Friday? Thanks. Sure, but why would I wait until Friday? I don't understand why I would wait until Friday. We're going to ask permission. Don't worry. Oh, he is on here. He just joined, he says. Why don't you pick up the phone? You scared?
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Try not to be an idiot. Okay, Gavin, what do you, is it private? Do you have a squeaky voice? I'm just trying to have fun with you guys. All right, let's go through the questions and wait for Gavin to tell us why he's afraid. Josh, good to see another live, Danny. Well, thanks, Josh. Glad you made it, buddy. Kill shot. It's me says, I just enjoy listening. D. Danny's like the drop shipper of laundromats. I don't know what that means. Oakland mogul. Danny, I make 1.5 million a year in rents on my commercial properties, net around 1.1. How do I get to your level? The make is a gross, right? Jesus, that's a crazy margin. I think you're doing well. I don't know what you mean about my level. I sold out. I took my exit, and it was pretty good because of what I had built. I do understand that in today's society and universe that people come into a 1-minute short YouTube video and they usually say, who's this greasy-haired Italian? There's that word again. And they fritter off, and I don't really give a shit. I know I'm not supposed to curse on YouTube because then they'll shadow ban me. Don't give a shit. Don't give a real actual. But all that being said, I'm passionate about making certain that people like Anthony and you and Gavin don't go out and buy a laundromat. Give someone hundreds of thousands of dollars for their already failed business. And we know all that. So when folks first come on here, they're usually not on the lives. The lives aren't pushed to the masses on my channel because I don't play the games. I'm a guy. I like 11 pistols. Okay? My daughter and I are competitive. We all over the world. And YouTube doesn't like any of that. I know, I watch her being shadow banned, even though she has endorsements from major companies. It's not right, it's horrific. This channel isn't about rants or raves, right, wrong, left, center, far right or far center, or far left. It's not about any of that. And politics and rights are different things. My level starts with one laundromat. One laundromat that you lease. And that's the fun part. If this is truly a cash flow play, because real estate, if those numbers are real, good for you. I made my first million 29, 30 years old in Mexico, south of the border, on real estate. People that know me know this. Have I made mistakes? Have I fallen on my face? Have I lost money? Not in any big way, really. Is that luck? I came from nothing. No one gave me a leg up. No one wrote me a check. I'm taking your question very seriously. I hope you're being serious. And if you're in Oaktown, I spent the majority of my summers either in New York, upstate, or riding the BART from Alameda Island into San Francisco and dicking around, getting in trouble as a kid, because that's where my mother's family is from. So I know the area well. Oakland, if you're making money there, good for you. What's next for you if you want a laundromat? The people in the comments and the top chat will tell you. They know. It's not for me to say. And you guys now, don't start arguing with each other. We get along here. We really do. It's me. I don't know your name. Oakland Mogul. I don't know your name. If your name's Snickle Fritz or It's Me or Oakland Mogul, just tell me your name at the first top of the comment so we can bullshit about it. It's kind of a dumb question. TBH, millennial. You can see when Dan is reading the comments, LOL. You are a 14-year-old girl, it's me. I know whose side I'm on now. Don't start fucking with me. Of course you can see me reading the comments. You don't see me reading a script because I don't have one. It's a marathon, says Martin, not a sprint. Everybody's going to start quoting Danny D now. No one asked you, Noah Fence. It's me. He's literally cutting hair while he's talking to you on the phone. Yeah, the man has a job. And what's your point? It's me. There's no such thing as a dumb question. Maybe it's why I make over $1 million a year passively and you don't. We're not going to do this. I'll remove both of you from the channel permanently, so don't keep this up. Whatever you've written so far, I haven't read it. It's enough. I don't want to play the game. Just joined, actually, says Gavin. Hello, Gavin. I know. I don't know why you didn't answer the phone. I'm not going to get into your personal stuff. Oh, he's out of town heading to a meeting. All right, whatever. Dude, just text me when you have time to talk. I'm not all about making an appointment on Friday. Ironically, that's what this whole thread started about and this whole video started about. I appreciate you, Gavin. We'll get you going. Don't spend another 6 months thinking about this in your meeting. Easier to ask for forgiveness. Yes, it is. Gavin, pick up. I agree. Gavin, pick up. Everybody's saying yes. Alex, hey, Danny. You ever see a 3-sided laundromat open to the elements? Yeah, in Florida, they do it all the time. In South America, they do it all the time. Meets the criterion as a failure. Want to see the 4-side, or maybe I'm in Florida. Oh, I'm in Florida. Yeah, you see it all the time. Steven bought the course 2 days ago, moving to Florida and roughly. Oh no, you can't be in Florida. We've got clients there. It's funny to me when people say, well, I don't want any competition. This is like the people that buy these stores that go out and purchase them. There's no competition. The minute you start scouting, once you get the silly course, you'll understand they're everywhere. I don't want people arguing in the chat on my channel. That's not why I'm here. I'm not here for the foolishness and the childishness. So like I said, like I said, don't do it, please. I click a little thing here, all your comments go away, and I remove you from the channel permanently. It's simple. And it's me. Calm down. Danny Funny, NGL, not gonna lie. Thanks. Julie, what if there's not a laundromat for sale around me? Yes, I see a need for a new one. Good God in heaven, Julie. Search my channel. Just type in buy a laundromat. I said on this very live, don't build one. Do you have $350,000 to throw at gas, water, and electric? You're new here, Julie. You need something. Folks in the chat know what you need. You'll build a laundromat in an empty space because you feel like your town needs it. They probably do. But don't be the martyr that goes out and builds it because you'll never earn a penny. You'll kid yourself. Cash flow is different than ROI. Those are two different things. We're in this for a cash flow play. That's why people say, oh my God, it's better to own the building. You don't have any rent. Our ploy is this: lease the place long term at an appropriate and commensurate rate for a laundromat. Have a payment on the equipment.
Unknown caller.
Oh, it's a spam risk. Let's have some fun. Hello? They gave up. That would have been fun. How much you got rolling around in your shorts, Julie? Who gave you the idea, Julie? I've got two questions rolling for you. Who gave you the idea to buy a laundromat, Julie? Try not to be an idiot. Did your gram pass away and leave you $500,000 and you want to do the right thing by starting a business, not the wrong thing by putting it all on black in Vegas? You'd probably be better off putting it on black. Let's double the money, Grandma. But you don't know that. And you think, let me build a laundromat from scratch in my town because it needs it. No. No, no, no. Julie says, get the idea? LOL. Oh, please. Julie, are you 14? A failure at buying and selling crypto. Ha. But I didn't give you the idea. I'm being serious. I want to know where it popped into your head. Julie, I'm going to set my phone so I can take your call. And I've streamlined this now. Don't dial the number unless you're Julie. That's my toll-free number, and my phone is set to pick it up rather than my office. So hit me up, Julie. Let's go. Julie, call the number. No, it's me. You cannot call. No. And don't call later because it's going to go to my office. Crash hole. I love it. I've been thinking of buying a laundromat for a while. I'm about to come into a lot of money, 7 figures. As soon as I get it, I'm getting your program. Oh, thank you. Thank you, God. It's me. Quit fucking off because I'm just going to delete you like a child. Julie, call the number. I'm giving you an opportunity to talk to me for free. Hello, Julie. Let's hear it, everybody. Call the number, Julie. What are you afraid of, Julie? Squeaky voice. 1 minute. Oh, thank you, Julie. Call up. Here we go. Everybody's ready. Kill shot. How long does it take to dial a number? It's me. You're being, you're just trying to do your thing. Relax, dude. Danny, in your experience, what does an average laundromat net, and what's the highest netting laundromat you've seen? I could answer the second question, all right? There are plenty of on YouTube that talk about the answer to that question. They say it in such a way to entice people to go out and do something they want them to do. What's your name, Oakland Mogul? First name. I want to know who I'm talking to. I'm kind of a real person here. Oh, here we
Nigel.
go. Julie, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, Danny? Appreciate the call. This is unexpected.
I know, that's what I do. You know you're live on YouTube. So what state are you in?
I'm actually in Florida, just like everybody else, apparently.
So what?
So what? I am in Southwest Florida, Fort Myers,
No.
Naples
How
area.
many of my silly videos have you seen? My YouTube
I've seen
videos.
a few. I've been on 2 live calls. Yeah, I've seen a few where you've gone into some that, one with a guy that owned a few of them. You wanted him to paint the side of his building.
Joe in
It
LA.
said
Very
Laundromat.
nice. Yeah, all right. So
Yeah. Yeah, I think he
I'm
had
just
a family and he had like 2 or 3 of them.
I'm just trying to get a feel for your experience just with me. And I know you haven't seen my silly course.
Sure. Right. I haven't seen your course yet.
No,
it's on the list.
Not here to sell you anything. But you're not from Florida. You're from upstate. You're from upstate. You're from upstate New York. You're from Long Island.
Listen, no, I'm not even close. I'm from Ohio originally.
Stop it.
Lived in Kentucky for 20 years. I don't know here, I swear.
I spent a month in Paducah, Kentucky 1 week.
Oh, good people there. Good people.
You didn't even get the joke. You hurt me, Julie. I spent a month there 1 week.
Oh, I didn't get the joke. That was too quick for me. Sorry. Like I said, I'm not from Kentucky. People from Kentucky might understand that joke.
Let's get to the absolute bottom of the point of why I wanted to speak to you, because you said, I want to buy a laundromat. And it's hard for people to say anything other than that because they're so used to thinking that everything that has worth gets purchased. So in 3 sentences or less, what do we do here? What do I do? What did I do 36 times? What do I have clients all over the universe doing right now? What do we do? How do we get the stores? How do we proliferate this business properly?
Sure. From what I've seen and taken so far is you find people or laundromats that are for sale, but you go to the landlord of the place and get them to transfer the lease of the unit to the new tenant. Is that correct?
No. And what I love about that is why I wanted you to call in, because the disposition of the laundromat has nothing to do with the sale of the laundromat. If it happens to be for sale, great. So the course and scope of the videos you've seen or understood on YouTube, maybe they were for sale. I have signs on my stupid YouTube thumbnails that say for sale or $700,000. I have over 1,000 YouTube videos. 1,000. I made a live video yesterday. I'm making a live video today. This is not my vocation. I don't do this for money. That being said, it's an important indication of failure. If the laundromat's for sale, who sells a successful cash business, Julie?
Nobody, hopefully.
Oh, well, I think you're right. I think everyone understands that. Either deep down or on the surface, everyone knows that no one is going to sell. But yet, there is no con without greed. And I don't mean the con man is greedy. I mean the mark is greedy. The person who's about to lose their purse or grandma's college fund. I guess grandmas don't go to college. Grandma's money for the college fund for the grandkids. That person has a certain level of greed in some cases. 3-card Monty. You think you're going to win because you see everybody else in the crowd winning, but then it hits you that they're all members of the same family and you're the only person not wearing a turban. These are the jokes, Julie. You're not helping me. All right, good. You're there.
I'm with you. I'm with you right now. Fair.
What I do is out of passion. And lately, it's out of my desperate hatred for all of the individuals who are out there saying, buy a laundromat, buy a laundromat, buy a laundromat, no matter how you have to do it. I'm a broker. I hide behind YouTube. I have a bunch of different things and courses and live things I can show you, but in reality, I'm a broker. I've been on YouTube. You can look, you can click every YouTubeinator that you look at, everybody that you enjoy following, and you can click twice and find out how long they've been on their channel, what their oldest video is. My oldest videos were a little embarrassing, so I took most of them down. But that's how we are as humans. I did this actual thing to fruition, and now mostly what I do is drive around in Humvees and shoot and things you don't want to say on YouTube. I'm kind of funny with the button, but at the end of the day, life is very, very good, and I owe much of it to the way that I proliferate the laundromat business. I do it as a cash flow play, and I teach folks. I put people in stores for no money, sign the lease for free, end up with no money out of pocket. I'm doing this, what is today? What's today? So, closed 4 leases last week while I'm on the chairlift in Aspen, Colorado, skiing with my daughters.
Wow. That's incredible.
Because we're in flux with folks that are coming in to this quote unquote system with me. So the reason I wanted to talk to you is because you said there are no laundromats for sale in my area. So fucking what? That's my answer to you, because they don't have to be for sale. You're not really getting that part. A laundromat has 35-year-old equipment, and their operation hours on the glass says they're open from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Made a call on one of those today. You think that place is taking that business seriously?
Absolutely not, from what you just said.
You don't go to laundromats every Sunday, do you? When's the last time you were in a laundromat doing laundry?
2 weeks ago.
Okay. Are you a regular laundromat customer?
No.
Were you doing your comforters? Why were you in there?
Nope. I just wanted to do my own boots on the ground research and just walk into one.
There you go. You were scouting. You weren't doing laundry in there. You were scouting. All right, good.
Yeah.
That scout was a waste of your time, and your time is more valuable than anything you own.
Agreed.
I know. I'm not asking. I'm telling. Would I
I'm agreeing.
Throw a Rolex into the ocean for another 10 years? Of course. But I don't know when I'm going to end, so nobody does it. Anyway, we could get into a long discussion. You went out and scouted laundries because Danny said to do so. You couldn't find any for sale, but did you find any disgusting, shitty, grotesque laundromats with payphones on the walls?
Not in my search just yet.
Great. You know why? Because you used the almighty cell phone to find the laundromats that you scouted.
Exactly.
Because you haven't seen my dumbass silly course. Because you don't know what you're doing.
That's in the works to get it eventually.
Hey Siri, where's the shittiest laundromat near me? What is Siri going to say?
Right. Yeah.
There's all these tidbits. There's all these hundreds of little things and tidbits, literally hundreds of things in my silly video course, okay? It's a streaming course. We're getting to a point. This is not a sales call. Anybody that's on here that thinks it is doesn't know me. This is all about Julie right now.
Love that.
Oh, well, I'm happy. I'm happy to help. If you would have spent a few bucks and got the silly course, that time that you spent Forget about the gasoline or the bus tickets or whatever you did, or going around worried about the hairy eyeball. I give you all these little tidbits of how to avoid attendants or operators coming at you, how to find contact phone numbers for landlords. Do you have any? No, because to find the horrible laundries, they literally, it's 2025 and they don't even have any advertising going on. They don't understand they need to do step one when they sign their lease is say, hey, Google, where's the nearest laundromat? Oh, that address comes up. Let me own it. You tell Google if it's a hairdresser or a nail salon or a yogurt stand or a national chain. I could go right now to the local McDonald's in my computer and say that I own it. They're going to do what? Send a message to corporate McDonald's, send a message to the previous operator they have linked to Yelp and YouTube and Google and say, do you still own this McDonald's? And they'll say, no, I sold it. And then it'll link back through corporate, and then it will give them my phone number, and I'll say, this is me. It takes some time and energy, right? But now I can play with the advertising. I can throw money at it. This is all in my silly course. So you are being picked on, really, because you went out and decided, well, I'm watching some guy on YouTube, and I know he hawks a course, but I'm going to go do this first. Let me ask you, how much do you know what my course costs? Yes or no question.
Yes.
Okay. So you went to the website, you looked it up, and you thought, well, that's something I need to wait for a paycheck.
Can I say?
Yeah, it hasn't
Are
changed.
you okay with me saying?
It hasn't, I know you know, it hasn't changed in 21 years.
Nice. Okay. Have you updated the course in 21 years?
Oh, good God.
I'm just kidding.
Last week.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
But that means a lot and says a lot if it hasn't changed in 21 years, in my thought, and it has still been successful. Your methods are tried and true.
The barrier to entry doesn't need to go up, because when I built it, it cost me X amount of dollars, and I figured out a price point that made sense. But my point is, normally when I ask someone, they say, no, I don't know. And then the next question would be, well, what do you think it is? And it's thousands of dollars. It's not. It's not. It's hundreds. It's $289. It has been forever. All right. So you're going to be able to ask me one question as it relates to laundromats. And if it is not in my course, I'm going to give you the course for free. Go.
Okay. Really put me on the spot here. Okay.
Well, the most important burning question, what is it? What comes to mind?
The most important burning question is, there's so many. I'm trying to figure out one that wouldn't be on your thing so I can get the course for free. But I would say, what's the most important thing to remember when negotiating with a landlord?
Not to do it yourself.
Like that. Okay.
I'm kidding.
Why do you say that though?
Because I negotiate for people. You see that on my channel, but I'm being facetious.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
The most important thing to remember when you're negotiating with a landlord is you never start the negotiation. You never provide a price. Many times we're calling locations, laundromats, that are completely failing, and we talk to them for a few moments. You can see this transpire live on my channel on the regular, okay? You know, we might even, I'm looking at my phone, the way that we started all of this, ladies and gentlemen, by the way, and there's no response back from our buddy Cameron, by the way. I'm just saying. That guy that we were supposed to talk to who said he's stepping into a meeting, nothing. All right, now that's the fifth plate I have spinning. Back to you.
Got it.
The most important thing, my God, to really ask me that question as a born and bred negotiator in everything that I do, how many times did you negotiate today, Julie?
In terms of just 2 times today. That's it. It's been a slow day. I'm at work right now. So,
What do you do?
and I'm in
What do you
sales
do for
as
work? You
well.
can be very general with the answer. What do you do?
I'm in retail sales at a large
All right.
mattress
So you can't negotiate
store.
with customers other than trying to get them to buy something. Is
Every
that what were the two things you negotiated today? Your own salary, your hourly wage?
not my yeah, nope, just the price that someone was going to pay for a mattress. It's my job to
Oh,
build
all right.
value and
Nice.
not
You're a
so I'm building
saleswoman.
value for that
Okay.
big
So
time.
you
Yeah.
have tiered levels that you can go to. If I come in, you're going to say, "Oh, that's Danny.
Yeah.
Give him the low tier price." But your commission goes down.
No. You told us how much money you'd make. I'm not giving you a discount. So I'm just playing. I'm kidding. That's me.
Well, I
Okay.
mean a friend,
No.
not Danny. Okay, we understand each other. So
Fair.
let's cut to this. Okay. Uh, do you feel you could be prepared to call a landlord cold and negotiate a long-term lease?
My initial phone call would be more of a fact-finding mission. I don't think I'd be prepared initially right away to start negotiating things.
Okay.
Just
All right, that's the
checking out
answer.
facts
That's
before
the
I.
answer. That's the answer. You're
Oh, good.
thinking that your initial call to the actual landlord would be a fact-finding mission. Let's play the game because we know that you're a born saleswoman, you're well-spoken, you're intelligent. We all know you're capable. So here we go. I'm the landlord, named Danny. You are Julie. The laundromat is on Main Street, and it is a total and absolute armpit and a dump. It's got 50 washers and 50 dryers. You've scouted it, you've walked it,
Nice.
you've never seen anybody in there, including employees. Do you want me to, you only get one choice. You want me to be nice or you want me to be mean?
I just want you to be you.
I can't be mean. I'm role
Whatever
playing.
that
I'm
may
the
be.
landlord. Hello? Do you want me to be nice or do you want me to be mean?
Okay. It doesn't matter to me. I deal with all types every day,
Julie,
so it
you're
doesn't matter.
killing me.
However you
Pick one.
deserve. I want you to be mean.
Everybody says mean.
I want you to be mean.
Ring, ring. Hello? Hello?
Hey, Dan. Hi, Danny. My name's Julie.
I just hung up on
looking at
you.
a property that you own.
I just hung up on you.
That
I hung up. I hope you
Why?
really wouldn't put on the bubbly like you just did. Raise your voice 3 octaves and say, "Hey, Danny, this is Julie. I'm not in a retail environment. I just answered my phone, and you're obviously trying to sell something. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm being harsh. All I did was hang up on you.
No, you're not.
Okay, call
No,
back.
that's
Ring,
not
ring.
harsh at all.
You know what I do?
Different.
Call right back. Hello?
Oh, I would too. Be like, hi, we must have been disconnected there. Real
No,
quick,
no, no,
Danny."
no, no. That's you being combative, and I just hang up on you again because you know that I hung up on you. And when you're trying
Right.
to trying to get,
Call you.
when you're trying to get somebody's dander up, you call back and say, "Oh, we must have got disconnected," and they're like, "No, I hung up on your ass." So if you
Yeah.
want something, I'm not talking about honey or vinegar. I'm talking about how to get the thing. And you're telling me you're on a fact-finding mission. So you haven't seen my course.
Yeah.
You could have watched literally hundreds of live negotiation calls that I make or edited negotiation calls that are a little more fun because we won't have all this chat and listening to it's me and everybody else. It's just the call. So I'm enjoying this. I love to talk to newbies. 3rd time's a charm.
Perfect.
Ring, ring. Hello.
Hey, Danny. I'm interested in a property that you own. Do you have a minute?
No. Click. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me this wouldn't happen. You're using obvious sales
No, it happens
tactics.
every.
You sound like you're selling me something every time, and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Do you have a minute?
So
Oh,
I have
that's
to
the
change
old,
my
get them to
that.
say yes to something small so they'll say yes to something big, right? You're a trained saleswoman. Doesn't work.
Yeah, it's like get them to say yes 3 times for something.
Right.
And yeah, it's all that. So yeah, get it.
You can hang up the phone and you can watch a dozen or 2 dozen or probably 100 of my videos where I'm talking to landlord. And I'll be frank, the preponderance of those videos are turned into short videos where some landlord's yelling at me. Today I had some wonderful Chinese man screaming at me, and I calmed him down. And I got him to admit
Yeah.
that his new tenant is a fucking nightmare. I got him to admit that he didn't care what was going on. This is all laundromat speak, okay? No one in my family goes to buy a car
Yeah.
without dragging me along. You might imagine why. And they're dazzled because I don't know any salesman. I don't have to know the MSRP of the vehicle. I just don't want to play the game where you say, well, how much do you want to spend? Oh, I've only got $400 a month. They're going to drag you through the mud until you give them $408 fucking dollars for 137 months. That's just the way it works. So instead you say, can you take 500 over invoice? If you can do that, I don't even need a test drive. And you only talk to the guy with all the plaques on the wall. It's these little tidbits, these little things that you need to understand. Julie.
Yeah.
We're not going to role play any longer because I literally would have, and the third time you called, I wouldn't have even answered. I'd let it go to voicemail. And then you'd make the mistake of probably saying, hey, Danny, I'm sorry that we got off on the wrong foot. This is Julie, and this is what I want. And I wouldn't even listen to the message. Do you ever delete a message on your phone where you're swiping through the messages and one's like, hey, this is Danny. I'm really interested in talking to you about this deal. Bye.
No.
Well, I do.
I don't even listen.
I actually
Nobody
can't.
makes phone calls anymore. Really.
Yeah, nobody wants to use a phone. I can't bullshit you. I can't do that because it might be a realtor calling me back for one of my clients. All right.
Sure.
Let's get this plate. Stop it from spinning. Finito. Here's the thing. What do you really, really want to know when you're calling that landlord about that wrecked laundromat? What do you want to know? What's this fact-finding mission?
I want to know if I can have it.
Okay, but you said you would initially call and see a fact-finding mission. You wouldn't be negotiating. You're wrong. The moment that you get someone on the telephone who has the power to give you the keys to that building and allow you to run that business, the moment that they say, this is good timing, or my tenant is a piece of shit, do you think that happens? It's on my channel. Or, yeah, she's a Korean gal who really doesn't know what she's doing. Or they passed away and now their kids run it into the ground and they let the homeless people hang out there. They won't text that to you. They won't email that to you. And you have to be able to zig when they zag, and you have to know how to do it. And if you think for a moment you're just going to call up and say, can I have it? They won't answer.
No.
Instead, you have to say, this is where I'm coming from. This is my ability to understand the way this business should be run. Now they're listening. You're planting a seed with nothing more than words, getting them to understand this shining city on a mountaintop is going to be theirs, and you're going to help them do it. You're not going to give them money. You're not going to give their previous tenant money. You're going to elevate the business so that the nail salon and the 7-Eleven and the gas station and everybody else are flourishing. And all he has to do is give you a reasonable and commensurate rate of rent. No script. No fear. Because you, Julie, are afraid of a certain kind of customer. A certain kind of customer walks into your mattress store and you roll your eyes and you go into the back room and you hope somebody else takes them. I'm not saying you're racist. I'm not saying you grew up in a certain way, but you know as well as I do that you don't like a certain kind of customer. And you go, oh boy. Because you've had experience with that
100%.
customer. Wasn't asking.
Absolutely.
You know what's funny about sales? You've got to be able to turn that certain kind of customer into your favorite kind of customer. And what I do when I get on the phone with an Arab horse trader or an Italian New Yorker like me, I thrive on it. Because I know more about laundromats than they know about leases and landlording. That's all. You've seen it. And if you haven't seen enough, watch more or get the silly course, and this is not a sales call. It will break my heart, Julie, if I don't end up talking to you on the phone in a consultation at some point and making this happen for you.
Great.
Because
I appreciate that. I'm
you
really
are
looking.
40, how old? Nobody knows who you are.
How did you know? How do you know this?
I'm good with the women. How
Are
old
you
are you?
guessing? So,
40 what?
oh, accurate. I'm turning 46 this year, so I'm 45 right now.
I don't want you. I don't want you selling
45
mattresses. I don't want you selling mattresses in 2 years.
I can't stand it. I'm bored out of my mind. So that's why I'm calling you. I'm at work and I can't do this. I'm 45, not married, no kids, never been married. Don't plan on getting married anytime soon. And I need to do something. I need to do something.
Well, you're bored. You're not bored when you have a
That
customer in front of you and you got a knockdown drag out and you know you're about to make an $800 commission because the gal's got a giant ring.
Right.
There's a couple together. He's wearing leather boots and they're not going to, they came there, they're going to buy. They got the credit card stuck on their forehead. That's fun, but that only happens 4 minutes out of the month.
That's right. Exactly.
So own a business, Julie. Own a business, Julie. What's the business going to be, Julie? What business are you going to own?
The business is going to be a laundromat, period.
Maybe. I don't know. You know what you have right now?
It's got to be.
When did you start this search to own a business? How long ago? Days, months, weeks?
At least about a year ago.
A year?
Some sort of
business. Okay.
A year of a laundromat.
Wow.
I would say within the last month.
Okay.
For the last month and a half.
Did you come close to buying or building any other type of business in that year?
No.
Okay. Why? And I don't think I don't think you've settled on laundromats either. I really don't. I don't think you have settled on laundromats. Have you?
That's a fair assessment, and the answer to that is no.
Good.
I haven't.
Don't make me or anybody on this channel or anything that you do become the catalyst for you to make the decision. I'm not here to talk you into or out of anything. I'm simply not. I will say that if you're going to do laundromats, do it right, do it properly, do it without getting robbed. Now, the next question, in your travels, did you ingest any other content from someone on YouTube talking specifically about laundromats?
None that I could stomach for more than like 2 or 3 minutes, quite frankly, other than yours.
Well, thanks.
Yeah,
but that's because I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I want to say this. I don't want you to mention any other person by name or by their looks because they don't deserve it. But I want to say this. I already know the answer. So I'm going to, again, put words in your mouth. It's because they're fake.
Yeah. I came across one guy that started talking and I was like, oh, this looks like a good one. And he actually referenced you and your course that he bought. And he was kind of going over what is taught in your course, which I found interesting. I was like, okay, that's interesting. I wonder if Danny knows about that, but
look,
anyway.
everybody's got an itch they want to scratch. And people in real life change. Your friends from high school are probably not smoking the same cigarettes and drinking the same beer. I know mine aren't. People change.
Yeah.
And people on the YouTubeinator change. Businesses change. And this atmosphere has changed in a large way. 21 years on this channel, and since 2019, there's been over 30, I was the only one until 2019, and there's 30 folks coming out of the woodwork because, my God, I looked it up the other day, there's 38,000 courses being sold in the US. Courses? About what? Who has 38,000 things to say? I don't know. What could they put? 37,900 must be about real estate. I don't know. Bitcoin, gold, silver, I don't know. But I only do this because I'm so disgusted by those people that turned your stomach, your words. And at the end of the day, I want to hear from you. I want to help you out. And of course, the lease is the most important thing. And if I had to answer it in 3 sentences, scout existing horrible stores. You did it wrong because you used your phone. You get it. It's hard to imagine in 2025 that there's a business like a laundromat that doesn't have any internet presence. They don't. Whether it's the Bronx, New York.
I asked a coworker of mine, that I know uses a laundromat. I'm like, which one do you go to? And he was like, oh, it's this one. And he sent me the address, and I had to look it up. It wasn't on anywhere I Googled. It wasn't,
Did you go there?
I haven't been to that one.
Oh,
yet,
that's a good one. And so you're thinking, and again, I have all these techniques and little tidbits of how to find the good ones. And a lot of this is on my channel. I just put everything in one place. Julie, stay on with us. You're going to get your ass fired anyway because you're at work right now. That's insane. What is it, quiet? Nobody's buying mattresses on what is it? What's today, Wednesday?
I have not seen a customer all day.
Oh, that's great.
I've been here since 10.
Minimum wage plus
I know,
commissions?
Exactly. Exactly,
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, hold on. We're going to go fast and furious through some comments. Guys, you want to ask anything of me, you want to ask anything of Julie, she's our only guest because the realtor who said he's in a meeting shined us on. All right, it's me.
Okay, actually, I have a question.
What?
I'm not a fan of that.
It's me, guy.
I have a question for you. No, I don't have a question for him. But you, Danny, you asked me, how would I call and open the conversation on the phone? And I know you've gone over this, in thousands of videos on your YouTube, but give me your opening line pitch, if you don't mind, unless that's something you want me to buy.
I start talking right away. I sort of steamroller the beginning because I want to, look, when I was in grade school, we'd have a writing contest and it would, what's your favorite president? And from what I remember, I don't have these things on my wall any longer, but from what I remember, I would start the essay, blood splattered on the wall. And eventually you realize that my favorite president is Abraham Lincoln, and it's being written by, some third party. And I want to act, the teacher's reading papers and grading them and giving everybody an A-. And they're like, oh my God, what is this about? You just have to get people's attention. So for me, you can watch the calls. I have a name for a landlord or I don't. I don't even know who they are half the time. I don't know who the right agent is. So I got to play a game. I was a private investigator for 12 years. Yeah. So I'll call up and I'll say, Julie, this is Danny. And I'll wait. Julie, you want to get that yes? Julie, like I know you. What would you say? Yeah. There, I got my first yes.
Yes.
Julie, I'm Danny. I'm looking at some space. I'm interested in leasing it, blah, blah, blah. That's it. I got to get the story out. Well, we don't have any empty space. There's all these negatives. Watch the videos. But I don't really plan, and there's no script for it. That's the thing that we've learned. All right, back to the comments. That's you talking, Julie. We don't that anymore. Yeah, it was a serious question. Thanks for taking it serious. That's the average, the money he makes, the guy that makes $1 million, also the highest netting laundromat you've seen. Right, thanks. So we're back to that. If I told you how much the average laundromat makes, it's math, and math is finite, and you would cling to that, and you would say, oh, I learned this on Danny's channel. That would make me a liar. Because any laundromat with X amount of machines on an X street, with X amount of with X amount of folks driving by every day, whatever the demographics are, there will be no average. What if it rains? It throws everything off. I don't know, you want the average. Profit is what we are after. Cash profit is what we are after. And if I talk to you about the highest netting laundromat I've seen, it would be one of mine. And it's because I didn't buy it and I don't have any debt service. And again, it's profit. I don't mention the numbers because people cling to finite things like numbers, and it would make me a liar. Now, really, it's down to turns per day in that laundry. How many people, how many asses in the seats, how many people are using the laundromat? And if you do it our way, you will profit. That's all I'm going to say. I leave the lies and the bullshit to the charlatans and the scumbags, and I ain't one of them. It's me, says it's Gavin calling you with a fake number to prank call you. Haha, no, it was Julie. Hey, Goy, finally caught that elusive live. Keep up the great work, Danny. You lout. You're a lout. I love that word. Julie, no, that's you. You're on the phone. Put it on banker. Better odds than going black. All right, whatever. You don't play roulette to win. Julie, okay, you're going to get blocked, buddy. Yeah, that's you again. Can I call? No. Crass hole. Calling you now. All right, we finally caught up. I did it. Your experience, what does an average laundromat net and what's the highest gross? He keeps asking that. I already answered it. You can see him reading the comments. Really? Of course you could. Okay, it's me. You're gone, buddy. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah. Don't get upset, dude. I'm just going to put you in timeout. If you want to come back and play some other time, I'm going to put you in timeout for 1 day. Bye. Now all his comments go away. And now we have other people in here. Oh my goodness. Look at our buddy Investment Joy is here. Better not mention me. You're my friend. That's a different thing. Friends get a pass for all the dumb shit that you do. Brandon of Investment Joy, everybody. Congratulations. 2 million followers. You know when I'm giving you a shot because it's always to the kidneys, buddy. Mark says, I'm having an AI scout my city for laundromats. What? Is that? Okay, we need to talk about that. People are picking on it's me who's been kicked out. See, Brandon knows how to do it. He goes and gets local interns from the church and he makes them do all this top chat bullshit. I think it takes a lot of courage to get on a phone, on a live chat to learn something. Don't understand the hostility towards Julie. What? Nobody's being hostile. Julie, are you being taken advantage of?
Not
No.
in the least.
She and I both understand that. It's my nature. I'm gruff. People making fun of it's me. Wow, all the comments are gone because they were all him. Investment Joy, poor girl. Well, I think he's on your side because selling mattresses is not fun or funny. Tuesday, Wednesday, slowest days of the week. Yes, people know about sales. I think everyone should sell cars and do at least 4 years in the military. And I really mean one of those things. You're on a roll, bro. Everybody's laughing. What? You need to move around. Are you hiding in the mop closet?
No. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but it's like every other word.
Here, but no, or be a server or a waitress or
stripper. Yeah, we heard you. You'd be a stripper. Got it.
No. Server. I mean, to each his own, but whatever. Gotta make money somehow.
You know what? My biggest issue raising my 3 daughters who are 16, 18, and 22, not to be spoiled, rotten. I mean, do I want them to have a jalopy that barely runs? No, I'm a dad. Do I want them to experience changing tires? My oldest has done it, absolutely 100%. My wife and daughter called me. We're on the side of the road. It's 120 degrees in Phoenix. They said, we're going to call AAA. I said, no, you're not. Put the phone on speaker. You're going to change the tire. And my daughter changed the tire. So now she knows. She cried a lot.
Yeah.
She changed the tire.
Oh.
Nick says, how much do you want to know? Come down to Kalamazoo, Michigan. Find a laundromat. Yeah, they're everywhere. Danny, come on, guy. Get It's Me on this call. No, he's gone. No sour grapes, buddy. He's still watching, but no big deal. It's just, it's too much. It's not fun or funny. Finally caught alive. Brian, you caught alive. Congratulations. His head's starting to spin. Yes, it is. It's me gets my vote too to call. LOL. Brandon, don't LOL. You know the rules on this channel. You're not a 12-year-old girl. Brian, it's almost over. True. I sat too long and talked to you, and now these things are huge. Thank you, Danny. It's because he cares, says Brandon. He's doing what's for you. It's me. Yeah. I'm booting you off because it's for you, buddy. How much money would you want to come down to Kalamazoo, Michigan, and find a laundromat? I don't do that, dude. I sell a silly course, and then you know how to do it. How much money would I want? You couldn't afford me. There's no way. I love Kalamazoo, but no. Brian, I've been saying it up to invest into the stock market, but have saving up to invest in the stock market, gotten pumped to look into laundromats. I'm buying your course in 2 weeks. How much capital should I have before reaching out? Here's what's funny about your comment, Brian. You've been saving up to invest in the stock market. Okay, those two things don't normally go together. You either take X amount of your salary or your income and you invest ongoing, or you have a windfall. God forbid someone passes away or you win a lottery ticket. That windfall goes into an investment such as that. And then in the next breath, you say you're saving up to buy a silly course that's a couple $100. I know you're not really the guy that should be investing in the stock market. I want substantial wealth for you. I never want to forget the time that I didn't have $20. My allowance wasn't paid most of the time, all right? Woe is me. I don't want to sound like Brandon. My dad was a truck driver. My dad was a freelance pharmacist, okay? Let's put it that way so we don't say sold and then we get in trouble. Woe is me, cry, 6 months homeless. I don't do that over and over again. It's not my elevator spiel because I don't feel that any of that shaped me. But I saw things in the house. I saw other people, and I watched lifestyles of the rich and famous. And I said to myself, how do I do that? Laundromats was a mistake when I started, but I fixed it. And I did it again and again and again. That's all. And now that I've taken my exit,
Why was it
because I bought a store for $250,000. Jesus, you scared the shit out of me, Julie. I forgot you were on here.
Yeah, I'm trying to listen.
Yeah.
Just be quiet. Silent.
I honestly forgot you on. Yeah, I bought it's my bio. I bought a store for $250,000. I had it. This didn't make me wealthy. I was wealthy. Self-made. And then when I did the laundry thing, it exploded. So Brian, be true to yourself, Brian, as far as what you're saving up for, which you don't save to buy a stock. You just do it. A couple bucks at a time. To work with you on buying a laundromat. Great. I don't want to see anybody go out and borrow money to work with me. I don't want that. I want you to be properly and appropriately prepared. I want you to be in a good disposition to do anything that you do, not to lose at the end of the day. This is not easy. It takes intestinal fortitude. If you want to bring me on board, great. It's going to cost a few bucks. And I'm not here to sell anyone anything. Those of you that know me know that. I'm here to say, just do it. If you do it at all, do it right. Do it properly. Wade, you missed a lot of comments, Danny. You cut out half of the messages. Yeah, I know. That's fine. It was talking about it's me comments about Julie. Yeah, I saw some of that and I was like, there's no need for that. Because when I read my comments, I just read them. I don't. If you called me a jackhole, I would read it and I'd be like, oh, thanks, that's not nice. I just read them. Julie, stop commenting because you're on the phone. We love you, Julie. Great job. There you go, Joe. Thanks, Joe. You're all talking amongst yourselves. Randy, can I come to Arizona and meet you in person, buy you lunch? God, I hate that. No, I don't want lunch. Lunch is for pussies. You know who said that, Julie, right?
Lunches for pussy? No, I don't. That's familiar,
Wall Street.
but sounds like something you would say.
Martin Gecko. Wall
Oh,
Street.
word. Okay.
You want me to come down there and eat your
Got it.
lunch for
Okay.
you? Noah, LOL. He's trying to work me up. Give Danny $500,000 and a Rolex. He might consider finding you a shitty laundromat in Kalamazoo. Smiley face. Shut up, Noah. You're being mean. It's us who has to put in the groundwork. Correct. I teach you. I give you the tools. I let you go. Danny, I'll be using my $5,000 Doge bucks to hire you. Well, that's not enough. Danny, you got a tough shell, but you're got a heart of gold, sir. I see you say all the time, I can't help myself when you're helping random folks on calls. Well, thank you. Dark Defender, I'd love to see your underwear. Don't take that the wrong way. No one paid attention until I wore the mask. Julie is hanging in there. Yes, you are. Great idea. I think Joe's trying to hit on you too, Julie. You're in a lot of trouble. Danny reading comments is the best part. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I know that. Oh, Chris got it. Gecko, he said. Correct. Caught my first live. Also great talking to you last week. Hello, Wayne. Let's get to work. The course is great. Bottom line, what I want you guys to understand is when we started this call, it was about getting back with a landlord who's been put on notice that Danny's trying to get in touch with you, and it doesn't work. We need to leave tons of messages. We need to get people back. My phone has literally thousands and thousands of contacts in it. Thank goodness for the iPhone and the fact that it constantly updates itself overnight, or I'd be in a lot of trouble when I drop it in the toilet. That's another story for another day. All right, we're going to burn through these last few comments and thank Julie for her kindness, and hopefully she can sell all the mattresses. Caught my first live. LGA director found a location, and I'm going to have you negotiate the lease for me. The place caught on fire, and isn't currently operating. Trying to raise money for machine down payments in the event. Justin, laundromats don't close due to fires. That's an excuse to shut the doors because it closed due to the fact that it couldn't make money. Period. When you hear me ask people, why did it close? I don't. Julie said she's on a fact-finding mission to talk to landlords. If it's a shut-down store or a for-sale store, not. If you're serious about this, start with the silly course. Does buying your course come with a phone call from you? Overly grateful asks. Julie, what do you think? Try not to be an idiot.
I would say yes.
For $300? Come on, guys. Get real. Get real. Overly grateful, whatever your real name is. You can email me right now. Anybody can email me. Danny@freelaundromat.com. I answer my emails. I answer them 4 times a day. I'll write you back. If you ask me a question, I'll answer the question. Everyone knows this. Johnny on the spot. And I'm not the guy that if you ask a question about a payphone and a laundromat, I'm not going to write back, tear it out and throw it away. You don't need it. You don't want it. You don't want a $7 check or any other subject. I'm not going to say, it's in the course, go buy it. I'm going to answer your question because it's important to you. But you know what you need to do. All the information's in one place. Justin, I have completed the course. Good, dude, then hit the button. Let's get on the phone. Consultation is next. You get my cell phone number. Oh my God. Do we really want to call Cameron back now? I'm good now, he says. Motherfucker. Great. Julie, thanks for your time.
No, Danny, I really appreciate your time. Has anybody ever told you, have you ever watched Walking Dead? Has anybody told you you sound like Negan on there?
I know all about it.
Yeah.
Sound like.
Okay. Yeah.
Little pig, little pig. Let me in. Yeah, of course.
You just need a bat now.
I was Negan a couple of Halloweens ago. Absolutely. I got the jacket and the knife and the red ascot. All right, go back to watch the channel. I got to call this guy back. Bye.
I will. I appreciate it. Thanks so much. Appreciate it, Danny.
Ciao.
All right, bye.
Let's call back Anthony. See, you wait long enough, the worm turns. Now we're going to get a real landlord discussion. Good Lord Almighty. Are you okay?
Hello?
Good. You good to call this guy back?
What? I didn't hear you.
Are you good to call this guy back?
Yeah, can you give me 1 minute? I'm just charging out a client real quick. Can I call you right? Can you call me back in 1 minute?
No, just put the phone down and come back.
No. I got to charge him on my phone.
Okay. Call me back.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Why do I do this? Just tell me why I do it. Please, someone. Please explain it to me. Because I'm a ray of fucking sunshine. Comments. Oh, well, that was
Anthony
fast.
C.
Now, I don't
Hello?
know if this is going to be 30 seconds long or if it's going to be some
No,
knockdown.
that's fine. I got it.
Drag out fight. Are you going to go back where you smoke the cigarettes?
No, I got to do a haircut right now in about 15 minutes. So, I mean, I'll put you on mute.
Okay. But if I were you, I would disappear myself from the chair for a
Oh,
minute.
no, I
here.
am. No, I am.
Okay. This laundromat is currently operating, yes?
Correct.
Okay. What's the worst thing about it?
It's got failed washer dryers. If I can remember again, it's got bad flooring. It's got stains on the wall. It's got, I don't think it has AC.
Place is a shithole. Even though it's Central California, they don't bother to turn the air conditioning on. Right. Now, Cameron, who we've been round and round with, does he have any idea what space you're calling on?
Yes, he does.
So is this place becoming available? Are they month to month?
Yeah, this is the one I told you about where
I forgot. I
about,
don't pretend like I'm going to remember this
well,
stuff.
this is the guy. This is the guy's behind in rears. Cameron mentioned that he's been behind on rears. He owes the owner, so they're looking for a different option. So he's up for discussion on that. What the landlord told him. So that's where we're at with that. So
Okay.
yeah.
How do you know
do
this?
I know if he's caught?
How do you know he's in?
Cameron mentioned it to me.
Okay.
Cameron mentioned it.
So you've talked to the guy
The
a bunch.
first time we spoke to. The very first time we spoke, Cameron mentioned all this.
Yeah, you spoke to him. I haven't talked to him.
Right. So
Okay.
the first time I spoke to Cameron, he mentioned all this to me. So he could be caught up now. I mean, it's been over a month.
He's not caught up. They don't. They're not going to discuss a potential lease with someone if they want that tenant to remain. Okay.
Right.
Nor am I going to discuss his arrangement with his tenant. You don't ask about that stuff. It's icky, sticky. It's none of our business. It's about what we are going to do moving forward. Okay, so you're unable to take the notes. I will do it. I'll record it. Let's call Cameron back. Mute your phone. And don't cut any hair. Here we go.
All right, bye.
All right, bye, he says. Now's where you subscribe. Every single one of you, all 50 of you.
This Cameron?
Cameron, at long last. Danny D'Angelo, how's it going? We've done it.
Good, how are you doing?
Never felt better, never had more.
Hello?
Be careful. How long's your commute? 2.5 hours?
No, I got 20 minutes.
All right, so you're aware that Anthony and I are interested in signing a long-term lease. giving you a rent check on time every time. The rent has to be commensurate and appropriate for a laundromat, obviously. And the difference is we're going to be retooling it. We want to put new equipment in. Do you know why we're interested in this spot?
Which spot is it?
This is
Which spot?
I thought you knew what we were talking about. Sorry.
No, because yeah, Nick, and then he said I had some messages, but I didn't have any voicemails on my work voicemail or my cell number. So
Great.
I was wondering.
Well, are you
because I don't think
familiar?
that's-
Are you familiar with this center? We're talking about the Coin Laundry, the laundromat. It's got horrible graffiti everywhere, truncated hours, old equipment. It looks like a dinosaur.
Let me see, pull it up. Is it 60? Okay, yeah, there's 1,400 square feet available in there. B11.
Okay, but we're not after the available square footage. We're interested in the laundromat space.
The laundromat space. Okay, yes. I know what you're talking about. Okay, yeah. Let me follow back up with Noel. I remember talking to him briefly about this, and then he was going to connect with the laundromat and the owner.
Him who?
Now I'm on
Him who?
Noel's the broker for the owner of the center.
Okay, I understand. I own commercial space. I understand there are plenty of characters in this Greek tragedy. I know that there's management companies. I know that there are real estate agents. You handle the commercial leases in the center, yes?
No, I do not in that center directly.
Okay, so who does? Noel?
Yeah, Noel handles directly in that center, yes.
Okay. Let me take a minute. I'm in the laundry business. My partner and I go out and we physically scout these locations. When we see horrific, disgusting, decrepit laundromats with old, broken equipment, I'm not a consumer of laundromats. I could say this is terrible. I could write a Yelp review. I'm an operator. So when I see the stores in that condition, then I look on my phone and I try to see if they're in Yelp or in Google, and I see that they are not. I know that they are miserably failing. I already know that. I don't need to know from you or from Noel or from anyone else on the street that this place is a failure. When I see homeless people like I do in here, when I see missing equipment where a child could get hurt seriously, I don't care if they turn the TV on, but I care if they turn the air conditioning on. They don't. They can't afford it. So all that being said, I'm interested in leasing it. Why? Because I want infrastructure. I've done this again and again, dozens of times. I want to sign a lease if and when the time comes. I'm only telling you because we're on the phone. If Noel's the one that I need to explain it to, please allow me to do that. Is that a sir or a her?
Sir, Noel.
Okay.
Yeah,
Noel is a dude. Okay. So what is the best contact number for him? A he-mail.
I said a he, him.
Right. I get it.
Let me see. Let me pull it up right now.
Thank you.
All right, 760.
Excellent. Noel, the last name or the first name? Absolutely brilliant. All right, dude. I want you to save my cell phone number. It's a number you're looking at. You put laundry guy next to it. You find a laundromat that has infrastructure. I don't care if it's open or closed. I don't care if it's got old equipment. Reach out to me. We'll talk. If the terms aren't ridiculous.
Okay, sounds good.
So you don't handle the commercial leases. You don't know what you guys are trying to squeeze everybody for in this space.
Not over there. I mean, on new leases, I think they're like probably around. Let me see what that one listed for is at. just to see.
Yeah,
let's
well,
see, so $1.50.
Yeah, it's not the end.
$1.50 a square foot. But that's a nice. But that one is a nice build out. So it's, yours isn't. That one's not gonna be $1.50.
Good.
This is a nice like medical office
Good.
build out. But yeah, Noel's got
Listen,
more knowledge
Cameron,
on that.
all
Aaron
the
can
back and forth and all of the phone tag, I apologize. I'm going to give Noel a call. Thanks for the time. Save my number, Danny D'Angelo.
Thanks, Danny.
Bye. Anthony, not the right guy, not the commercial realtor that handles this spot, doesn't remember the conversation, doesn't know which address I was talking about, has no idea where the laundromat was until several times we went over it while I'm, trying to figure out what's what and who's who. So I'm just telling you, in the future, as we work together, please, I'm begging you, don't talk to these people. Find the right person, put them in front of me. Okay? You're muted. Press the mute button if you want to say something.
Yeah, Noel. I've had Noel's number, Ramos. I just didn't list it on there because they told me to not speak to him. That they would go ahead and negotiate the deal because Noel was some type of jackass or some shit. So,
They who?
the Cameron, and even Nick. Cameron and
Okay,
Nick.
Nick's not your friend.
So I said, okay.
Nick's not your friend.
Okay. Yeah, that's why
It's time to wake up, okay? They're trying to negotiate what? Your lease or the sale of this business? We might get through to this guy and he might say, yeah, oh, this guy wants to sell the laundromat for $300,000. What say you? I get the impression that no one knows.
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty frustrating. I get it.
Dude, you and I have been through the ringer with this, and I'm trying to tell you, I put stuff in the written materials. I make little videos about all of this. When you're working with me, please, for your good, not for mine, don't talk to these people. It just gets convoluted and it turns into a goddamn mess.
Yeah, I can see how that is now. I get it.
Okay, text me on your day and we will call Mr. Ramos. Go cut hair.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Appreciate you.
Please, if I'm going to die today, let it be by a lightning strike and let it be now. Nope. Kill shot. I guess not. Now I am dreading going back to these comments because you louts have had 20 minutes to go nuts. Oh, but at least what's his face isn't in here. Go back and watch this from the beginning if you didn't see it. It all started with a brand new client essentially accusing me of not accepting return calls from a guy who didn't call me, who doesn't know what any of this has to do with. It's very childish and repetitive, but I'm the one trying to get it done. I found a location and am going to have you negotiate the lease for me. Thank you. Let's go do it. Start with the course. Yes, I hate lunch too. Gordon Gecko. How much capital do you suggest I have to start? Nothing. You don't need money, Randy. Don't listen to anyone that says that you do. I cannot get them for $0 down, meaning what? I don't know what you mean. The equipment? Oh, God. Justin, if you're talking to distributors about equipment, you're a nobody to them. You don't deal with distributors until you have the laundromat, and that's when you can really talk terms. This is like riding up on a bicycle with holes in your socks, dirty elbows to the Ferrari dealer. They're not even going to put their cigarette out, the salesman. F off. Try not to be an idiot. It's in the course. Get a lease, which costs you nothing. Then bring every distributor in, let them fight over you're calling them up, you're a nobody to them. Brian, to clear it up, what I meant was I saved 6 months of expense on my emergency fund, all while I was reading books on stocks, but I didn't actually invest in stocks. Thank you, Brian, for clearing that up. Clear as mud. Now what I can put money aside should wait have until X amount of cash to finance the new equipment after finding the free laundromat with you. Understood. How much cash? Don't need it. 0% again and again and again. I agree. The place is the dump, says Justin. I'll definitely be watching the beginning of this. Yes, you will. Many of us will. It's hard to get these guys on the phone. Got to make every call count. Thank you, Joe. Truly spoken by a truly spoken man. I'm still around trying to understand why anyone would buy a laundromat that's failing. What are you paying for? I'm just learning about the business, but doesn't compute. We don't do that, Ms. Spencer. We don't do that. And you're right, 100%. No one should. This is a great content, extremely informative. I'm glad you got something out of it. Mostly me screaming. Tanisha. Also, I just bought the course last week. Good for you. What do you think? I know what you think. I was holding my breath, says Dark Defender. And we're back to Brandon. Hate to say it, but if your space isn't locked down and you call a distributor about it, they can come in and steal it. Yes, that happens. Happened to Joe Dan Reed, or they build another store up the block and they completely swipe you. Try to get them to sign a non-disclosure agreement regarding equipment or your location. They won't do it. The best distributors are the ones that give you the best price and the longest warranty. Ben just jumped on here. What did I miss? Nothing, buddy. An hour and a half of nothing. I'm winded. I am literally about to call and talk to Angel. You know who you are. So let's get on the phone, Angel. Consultation time. Danny, you're making assumptions, says Justin. I'm not speaking to distributors. Dude, I'm reading fucking comments on YouTube. Stop being so prissy. You said you couldn't find anybody to give you 0% down on what? I don't know what you're talking about. The location I found cannot operate with the current equipment, so I just don't want to get blindsided in the event they won't. But you're talking to people that sell equipment. Those are distributors. Yeah, I'm making assumptions. Thanks for responding, says Brian. I'll be getting the course next week. 1,000%. There's no such thing. You can only go to 100, I'm afraid. Be reaching out to you soon once I watch the course. Where I live, there's a 1,200 square foot laundromat that matches your guide. It doesn't. You don't know because you haven't seen the course. It's too small. Can't be profitable. No, I suggest a deep dive into all the videos posted on this channel, as well as getting the course. This pretty much answer all the questions. Well, the course is just more direct, that's all. Oh, Justin's back. All right. I just want to be somewhat prepared for the moment the clock starts ticking on the lease. Well, okay. Stop talking to distributors until you know what you're saying. Danny, you seem a little stressed out. Tell your clients, have everything ready to be vetted. Yeah, trust me, I know. And I still don't know your name. What's your name? You're the guy that should have said, hey, I just bought the course right here, right now. Brian's laughing. Danny, you gave me another great idea. I'm going to start stripping in my Dark Defender underwear and get a laundromat later. Excellent. Brilliant. I love it. Please keep me out of your thoughts and mind. Ben, been here in Florida. There's a lot of open laundromats, like with no walls and no air conditioners. What do you think? It's set up like this in location. We just talked about this in this very live chat. It's okay. It works there. Brian, there are 100 plus laundromats around. Just wait and see. That's it. That's all. I want you to go into the regular comments, not in the top chat, and I want you to give me your best quote from the original Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory. That's what I want, not here in the top chat, but in the real video. You're going to have to move over to there and start, especially you, Brandon. Good day, sir.